everybody, this is Cybertron John, and today we are going to be reviewing the Transformers Age of the Primes, 13 Primes, the Combiner Prime of the 13, Nexus Prime. So, here he is. Looking at the packaging here, here he is, Nexus Prime there, holding Enigma combination there, and Brickish Jet there. Very reminiscent of like very reminiscent of like a G1 Bricky Jet type thing. And then here he is again there, and then here is your piece of diorama here. So we've got Nexus in the middle here, we've got Onyx, and we have Alchemist Prime. And then on the back here, you have your obligatory product shot, robot mode, vehicle mode, 33 steps, and of course, the reliquary of the primes, the Enigma of combination. So, that is that for the box, and I will get him out of here so we can see how he is packed up and get on to reviewing him. And here he is in his little bobble bit here, and yeah, it does actually very similar to the Armada Sideways that I reviewed last. It looks like they are stepping away possibly from the tissue paper for the baggie of accessories and opting out for plastic instead now, which is interesting. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, not that much going on in there. Obviously, you got your accessories down there. You got the Enigma combination up there, and well, he's there in the middle. So I'll just get him. I'll get him out, and we'll get on to reviewing him. But first and foremost, if you would like to see any more videos like this, or any 3D printing, or any discussions to do with Transformers that I do on the channel, then please do like, comment, and subscribe. So, here is Nexus Prime out of his packaging, and as you can see, this is how he comes. So, we've got we've obviously got his accessory, the Enigma of combination. I'm just going to show all things you can do with these bits, because primarily they're just going to end up wherever I'm going to be putting them for the rest of the video. So, you got a 5mm port on there. You can have him hold the Enigma of combination, or where it's probably going to end up being mostly is going to be just being plugged where there's a 5mm port underneath the nose cone, which is where you can store it. Then you've got his two blasters here, which again, you can hold them. And I'm pretty sure there's other places where they can go as well. But primarily, in terms of storage area, you're just going to be put pretty much for robot mode purposes. You just got to put them on the back, basically. And there's 5mm ports on the back here. And they can just angle the wings back. And he is all set here. So, color-wise, I really like the red and the blue here. I think it's a really nice color. Specifically, the red that they've done on the head, it's like this flaky, it's like this metallic, flaky red, which has a sheen to it, which doesn't seem to be anywhere else other than the wings here. So it's like this, it's probably like the specific type of red paint they've used as opposed to molded plastic. But I really like it. Blue's really nice as well, and you can see hints of silver and goldish yellow just to break up the entire sculpt here, as well as some gray here. It's like a blue, a dab of blue that's tinged to the gray, so that it just fits and it's quite uniform. obviously, this is based on his Transformers 1 design in robot mode, which I do actually like that design. I do like that design from that movie very much. It is a bit sad and unfortunate that he didn't come with more accessories due to this being that design having like a little hand blaster, or perhaps his Energon type shield that he also had in the movie. That would have been nice to have also, I think, had as an additional thing here. But no doubt, maybe someone in the 3D printing community or myself will do it, or DNA Design will come out with an upgrade kit, and they will be possibly included with that upgrade kit if and when it gets released. Anyway, so articulation wise, you got head here that can go left and right. He can look down quite a lot. Can't really look up. He looks, I'm gonna say it's a touch up, but I don't think there's hardly any up. And he's got a slight bit of quizzical tilting there. The shoulders can go out all the way. Arms can go all the way around. You've got your upper bicep swivel. You've got 90-degree bend at the elbow. And despite the level of sculpting that covers the hands are on mushroom pegs, so they do actually have a slight bit of swivel. Well, they have quite a bit of swivel there, quite a bit of swivel and give there. But yeah, anyway, there is a waist joint, and then the arms can go to a side to help accommodate the leg movement, so you can kick forward that much, kick back about that much before he starts to hit any junk back there. The legs can do full splits. It's got thigh rotation there. He then has a 90-degree bend at the knee. You've got foot pivot down, and that's like all the way, and then you've also got ankle tiltage as well. So all of that is there for your posing goodness. So for size comparison here, I'm gonna bring in Voyager Prime here. There we go. And I'll just bring in like a leader. So here's Megatronus, and we'll bring in Deluxe. So how about we get Quintus down there as well, so that we can see how that looks there. Okay, so transformation wise, first of all, you want to take off the blasters, and they get popped on at the end. And then what we're gonna do is, well, I'm just gonna point the feet down anyway, and I think we're gonna work on the legs first. So we are then going to want to take the sides here and use that double jointed bend there. You got some tabs and you got some slots here, and you just tab them all together. Do same thing on the other leg there. We are then also going to bring up, we're going to grab this backpack and also just the back portion here, basically like this. You want to take his head, fold it into that cavity there, and we want to pretty much unfurl the entirety of this. That's what we want to do, and that's what we're going to do here. Just bring all that out for now. So we've got that there. We then want to rotate the waist here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start to build this together now. So we're going to bring this back up, tab it back in, and we're going to tab that in as well. So then we got the front nose cone there. And now we are going to basically take the upper part of the hips here, so that the top part of the hip here is facing back, and you're going to be using that and the knee bend here basically to create this front portion. You got a slot in there, you got a tab here, and they allocate. Same thing on this side. Basically doing that. Let's go do that, and make sure that you get it so that you got this hollow void as well, because you're gonna need that for the next step here, which is gonna be putting in the arms. So we are then going to basically take the arms here, and the arms go in, and you got a tab there which flushes with the top there. Same as the first. Second one there. And then what we are going to do then is we're going to basically take the forearms. So this thruster detail here showing on the top, and you basically take the entire toe section there, and then you are aligning the tabs on the forearm with the holes on the bottom of the toe there. So then we're left with this. And finally, finish off the conversion, you just plug in. The guns here is Nexus Prime in his alt mode. And this is by far and away probably I think it is probably by far and away the worst looking out of the bunch, probably so far. So for size comparison, if I bring in Alpha Trions, and you can, this is just ridiculously wide, but with Alpha Trions, I think there's an attempt for, despite the brickiness, to try and still give some aerodynamicness, whereas the Nexus Prime, it's pretty square, and yeah, it's just not great, not that great at all. But in all fairness, you have a couple of things you can do. So you can always just bring these wings up a click to try and help a little bit with it, or maybe bring them down. I don't know. But again, you've got this brick void here, which just says so much. It just suggests so much undercarriage and makes for an alt mode that looks really non-aerodynamic, not very realistic at all. But yeah. Anyway, shall we go to torso mode? So, yeah, we'll do this, and then we'll talk about all the controversy that is surrounding this figure. So, we're gonna basically take this, and we're also gonna take we're gonna release the arms as well. So I want to take the arms out, but we don't want to release the legs. So, and I believe yeah, we'll just, for now, I mean, I've not actually done this myself, so this is like first time I'm doing it. So you take the arms out, but we want to keep majority of this as it was for plane mode. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the front portion here of the jet. We're going to bring that down, and we're going to snap the nose cone. Pop that in, and that is tabbed in. And actually, yeah, you probably do actually want to do that. So you want to actually get those like that. And then we want to, that's how we do it. So we got some tabs. We got a tab up here, and we got some tabs down on the forearm there. And we want to allocate this tab. And so that the fist, it's I guess showing more to the side, you can rotate that so that you get a little bit more cohesion there possibly. And then I'm going to do same thing up here. The next one. Come on, back in. There we go. So now we've got that. And then it is basically just, you're just taking the toes here. You're basically just taking the toes areas up here. And you're basically just popping those up like that. And this is our torso mode for the most part. However, we are not done yet. So the wings here, you get the holes in the forearms, and you basically plug these in to help with filling in the void in the forearms there. And this is our torso mode. This is our torso mode. For torso mode, this actually looks really, really cool. I do like this. I really do. Again, with the combined mode, Covenant Primus head, the really nice sheeny, flaky red paint here makes a comeback and is quite presentable here. Very nice looking. Really do like it. But yeah, there's been a lot of controversy over this figure, especially when it was first announced. Some of us thought maybe it was going to be a leader or commander class, and then we found out it was going to be a Voyager, and it's like, if you're going to make it a Voyager, you should at least consider budget to make it a Duocon, so that it's got some form of combining instead. But no, they decided they wanted to give us, they didn't just want to give us Transformers 1, but they wanted to also give us a Covenant of Primus, Nexus Prime, the Combiner. So that's kind of like, based on the color scheme here, it's playing to the whole thing of the BotCon subscription service version of Nexus Prime. And yeah, obviously the weird thing about this is that they've said that you can use Superion's Combiner skeleton. However, what if you don't want to use Superion's combined skeleton? What if you want him as a separate combiner entirely without having to use another combiner skeleton? As far as we know we're going to get separate limbs from him, so he will be getting separate limbs, but unfortunately, I don't think they're going to consider doing a combiner skeleton for him, which means you are still going to have to use Superion's skeleton, which basically says you got to fork out 90 quid to get Silverbolt, just for the skeleton. again, I feel this is a situation where if Hasbro aren't going to do it, it's going to be a situation where someone out there in the 3D printing community will make a combiner skeleton, or perhaps myself, or DNA Design will make an upgrade kit for this and include a combiner skeleton for you to use the combiner limbs with him. That's me hoping in the future, pretty much. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my video on Nexus Prime. What do I think of the figure? I think he's got a really nice robot mode. Robot mode's quite strong for me. He's let down by the vehicle mode. Unfortunately, I do think they could be a bit more creative with the alt mode that they chose. The combined mode, torso here, is very interesting. I would love to see how he's gonna look with the rest of the limbs, and I think it'd be pretty cool to see how he's gonna look when he's all combined up, and yeah, when it's all said and done, what he looks like as a fully fledged combiner. This has been the review on Nexus Prime, and I will see you all in the next video. This has been Cybertron John. Peace out.